Sorry.
Got it.
Okay, call this meeting to order. Nate's not here, but we're gonna move forward anyway. Any additions to the agenda?
We have
Oh, Clint's at the softball field. Okay, pause. Can we pause?
Should I make a?
You can't make a motion. You can recommend one to Kelsey. We're pausing because Clint, I started, but Clint's at the softball field.
Oh,
Yes.
is everybody gonna call me when fix?
Yes.
Do we have to get G done tonight, or can it be moved to a
What's
different
G?
The
walkthrough?
Yeah, we do that on that.
Can we pick a warrant? Oh, yeah.
Strike D. I was just at the baseball game. It was full. Yeah.
He said, "Let you guys in beautiful out." When I got off work, and
Literally standing there, like, Teddy Bauer was playing with her coach at right front for 5 minutes later. I wish that was a full. Big camera. You get it? I figured Iverson. This one.
I didn't hit that one.
Yesterday.
That was a great put on the betting case today.
Okay, they're both easy. This one has some flavor.
no. This one. Okay, I got this one. Oh.
You have that one?
No.
Take out this now. Same one. There you go. You can go through.
Did you talk to Nate about renting the dugouts?
Yes. I texted him about that, and I can't remember what he said.
Went to the city shop.
Yesterday.
Yep.
When I text you about painting the dugouts,
Sorry?
do you remember when I text you about painting the dugouts?
Yes.
Kelly's recommendation?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
And I can't remember what we talked about.
I think we just have them do it if they want. Let's do that on the walkthrough day. We can look at it on the walkthrough.
Okay. Is
That
that
way-
okay, Kelly, or were they wanting to do it earlier?
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
have a meeting and
Okay.
there's no time on it.
Okay.
Okay, can we start without Clint? Is that okay? I actually started the meeting already. Okay, so, all right, we had a change, addendum to the agenda, so we're removing item G, correct?
Correct.
Do we need to vote on that?
Yeah, you'll take a motion to approve as amended.
Okay, can I get a motion to remove item?
I will
Just to approve,
sorry.
approve the agenda as amended.
I will motion to approve agenda with removing item G.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Good evening, Clint.
I'm sitting at the ball field and I'm like, what is everybody? Just turn that off.
Okay, visitors to be heard. Seeing no visitors to be heard, we will move on to the minutes of the March 7th meeting. Any additions or addendum to the minutes from the March 7th meeting? Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the March 7th meeting?
I'll motion to approve the minutes from March 7th meeting. I'll second.
those in favor say aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Moving on to reports. Steve, Parks and Rec Manager, update.
Yeah, everybody should have a report there. Soccer started yesterday. We had a pretty decent day out there. Sounded like it went okay. Yeah, need some trash cans out there. That's about the only thing. Gotta get a few of those out there. But otherwise, no, soccer should be good. I think next year we'll do 6U, 8U, just as long as we continue to see that number, just to make it a little more evenly compared and competitive around areas.
And I know I texted you about this, but just in case anybody else gets asked, the schedule that was given to the coaches is the correct schedule. So if anybody, there was a little discrepancy in website versus,
Right.
but the
Still
schedule.
learning that Sports Engine website, so.
That has been forever a beast
Yeah.
to tackle, and I think it will continue to be. It's just gonna take time and
Right.
really digging into
And I've
it.
talked to the guy in T, and I'm gonna try to get a day where I can like have him walk me through it a little more.
Did they switch directors there?
Correct.
Okay.
It's, what is his name now? Colin?
Because the previous one had sent me that
Right.
manual, which I
And
know
it's,
is
and I'm
huge,
trying to
but-
read through that,
Yeah.
and it's like, I need someone to tell me.
Yeah, but if he has experience with
Right.
it too,
Spending time in the website is what's gonna.
And that's
Run your last time, that's.
yeah. But they're clearly behind on it too, because our soccer games aren't on Sports Engine, and we have one on Saturday. So it's not
Oh,
just
gotcha.
you, I think
Okay.
it's time consuming.
But, so if you're asked,
Okay,
that's,
Did we get?
And I can
a-
send it, you can post it on Facebook.
Yep, we can do that. Did we get a porta pot out there?
yes,
Okay.
and I saw it being used.
Yes, it's always gonna be. Yeah, so soccer's good, baseball, softball, everything's closed. We definitely need a hard close. April 15th is probably a little too late, but that's what I said it was gonna be this year. Softball, we are having a 14U team. I just found that out on Thursday night, so we will have 3 8U, well, there's 3 6U, 3 8U, 3 10U, 1 12U, 1 14U. Correct.
so is the 14U comprised of all 13 and 14-year-old?
It's gonna be close. There's 7th graders that could still technically play 12U, but
Okay.
they're gonna go all to 14. So the majority of the team will be 7th and 8th graders.
But
which
their
are
ages are all
appropriate.
appropriate for
Correct.
14. Okay.
There's
I
maybe
didn't know
one or
that.
two that'll have to fill in, if girls are missing and stuff, because that 14U is gonna be right at 10. So.
And any update on a coach? I know we just.
Yeah,
talked about
yeah, I
that.
got everybody actually. So 14U has 2 good coaches. 12U I got figured out this afternoon. It is Chip, Allison, what is her last name? Ziegler. Allison Ziegler. She is, I have no idea. Related to somebody, I don't know.
Okay.
She works at the school. She's trained, kind of student teaching there to be a school counselor. She's originally from here. Mrs. Smith's niece, Stephanie Smith's niece. I don't know. She likes softball. She's very excited to do it. Like when I called her today, she's like, "Yes, I need something." So I was like, "Okay, can we sign you up for a few years?" No, so she's around that school and stuff, so I think she's pretty excited about it. And then as for her assistant, there's a Zon and I can't remember the other guy's name. I don't know.
Just a reminder for all the coaches that we need to get their full names and date of birth.
Yep, I got a list before you started. I just wanted to get it all before I sent it to you. Tryouts is scheduled, ready to go. Supper, we were gonna do subs from, or something like that from Casey's Senex for those guys that are here. All the jerseys and things are ordered. Hats is the question mark. Like I don't have one. The traditional baseball, they want $16 a piece. I don't know if that was. I thought it was decent, but I don't know if that's the fitted,
Like
right?
the white,
white, orange
black.
bill, black with the O.
How do we, because you had said we had quite a few.
Right,
stores.
we do have a
have
lot.
to order very many.
There, and there wouldn't be a very many. I ordered, some extras just for coaches and things like that.
We don't
Thinking
need
of
to
the
for
fees.
coaches. We've got like 60 dozen adult hats on the top.
There was no adult. There was only like 8
In those
adults.
boxes on the
Yeah,
top
those are
shelf.
all youth ones. Youth, smalls, and mediums.
Even better.
And
The
so
youth,
we're
there was
gonna-
like 80 of them or something like that. There was a lot of those.
So normally we do the snapback for the 8U, but since we have.
Since
so
we
many
have a
youth-
lot of them.
Okay, perfect, I
And
think
I-
that's fine.
Right. So yeah, I'll get those ordered. Otherwise, the jerseys are all being ordered. Softball is getting some visors and things. I did get a decent amount of stuff to start with. I've been going through the shed and chucking some stuff that's broken, just trying to replay. It's a mess, I'll be honest. Good thing we're not walking through, there's stuff everywhere. But I got a few new catcher's mitts. I needed to get a left-handed catcher's mitt, at least one of them, because we have 2 or 3 that are, and we don't have anything.
And as
What?
far as like the.
The kids don't catch.
Jevin Layfors catches, I know he does, and another person. There's 2 or 3 that said, we need some.
Okay, what if we do have a left-handed kid catch? Then what?
I know of 2 right now. There's one in 6th grade and one in 4th grade that are
I
left-handed.
think
that
we
can
have to
catch.
provide, we have to have the equipment on hand.
I agree, logistically, they may
Oh,
show.
but that's like a special, which one?
It's ordered.
I agree with you, Steve.
Yeah, same.
No, otherwise, I got some balls. I'm probably gonna need more game balls. I just wanted to get some to give them out to them now, so that way they had it. Checkout and stuff will be this week, hopefully. I will say, my wife's grandmother passed away, so I do have a funeral and things this week, so it might not be early this week, but hopefully Friday or something like that. I'll get everybody equipment and things, so.
And practices can start whenever.
Correct.
Okay.
Games will start, the week of May 17th for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
Not
everyone.
T-ball.
Not T-ball, AU baseball, but otherwise softball,
Are you doing that late again like you did last year?
June. That'll be the month of June.
that's every year.
Just
Last
something
year
for
we
your
did it.
coaches.
Last year we did it extra late.
Yeah, it was extra late, but
Right.
usually the games don't start till June for T-ball
Right.
in other years.
That
I
kind
don't think
of,
we started practices until June last year.
Right,
No,
yeah, they can
we
start
push
practices.
them back until
That
we're
actually
done
looks pretty
with
good.
baseball, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Just
we,
a
yeah,
little
we
bit
did.
to spread things out.
Yeah.
We had somebody break into the equipment shed between baseball and softball field last week, so, we'll maybe put the deadbolt on there, so coaches will probably need another key.
That was gonna be my question, if we had keys made for,
There,
We don't have the new lock on there
but,
yet, so.
right, before I even knew that, I wondered if we were gonna have keys.
and he's got all those.
Perfect.
I will have all those.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Excellent.
I'm better
So
now.
not the new building, the old building.
Yeah, the old shed, yeah, where we have like the
Yeah.
catcher's equipment.
The umpires pads and stuff.
nothing was taken.
And we caught them.
Nice.
No bonus.
Wow. Were they taking their Instagram initials or whatever?
They did not. Good, I'll never get that lucky again.
Any questions on jerseys and blah, blah, blah?
That sounds good.
Did it go okay with Augie's getting all that?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it was great. I just gotta call Brian. Emails doesn't work for him. That's all right.
So we got
Know
the
that.
sleeveless jerseys or the softball stuff.
Correct. Those are, yeah, yep.
We got good prices though?
It seemed good. I should have wrote them on there. Thank you. I'm trying to
I
think.
think they're competitive.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, those should all be coming. Gray pants was kind of the consensus, except for 14U softball. They want black pants, but the parents buy them. I just wanted that way I can send out an email that says you need gray pants, not get 45 back. So the Worthing Fields, we just have to sign a waiver, and then we're good to go using that over there. Nathan's going to take care of that at the next council meeting. There is, I don't know, probably a handful of teams that are using their fields over there pretty steadily. I know, like Chris was going to do it, and then another 10U team was going to, and a couple of the softballs and stuff. So, scheduling practices, yeah, it's going good. I think everybody has kind of their time slots on the field / the cage and stuff like that. So I
And
think
you did it, so it's, you just assigned them and it was their.
Correct, that's their day, their hour or hour and a half or whatever for that time, as long as they can use it. Games is going, I had a softball meeting today and I got probably half of them scheduled. There was only about half the coaches there and stuff, so got majority of that. Baseball, I have not heard anything from Jeff Portner, kind of makes that schedule. And I texted him earlier this week and he said he's working on it, so that's about all I got right now.
For the 14U stuff, did you reach out to those guys that I sent you that video?
Yeah, yep.
I just wanna make sure you.
And then, no, yeah, and the beer, that's May 18th, and Ike and Spieler, and they're gonna just go and take care of it, so. And otherwise, I'm hoping all teams and the schedules that I have should be out this week for everyone, so. Questions on any of that?
You haven't done anything with T-ball yet, correct? Like I haven't missed anything.
They haven't missed it.
Perfect.
Teams are all made, just haven't sent it out yet.
Perfect.
I've been
That's
trying to get
great.
the other ones just because they start late.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I was like, oh my gosh. That's good.
No worries. Concessions, I do have a few of the games lined up and things like that, so I'm starting to get that lined up and things. Concession stand is fairly cleaned out. I got at least all the old stuff thrown away and that type of things, so it's getting there. Going to buy some stuff. I don't know if you guys can read, I guess, so go ahead and read. The sponsor letter is done. We just gotta kind of decide how to send it out, things like that, so. And then for next year, I was wondering if we could do something like that, where T-ball is gonna be Sundays in June, so that way if any parent's like, well, when will the games be? They'll be Sundays in June, from 3 to 8 o'clock roughly.
Are you saying just to do that next year? I mean, I feel like.
And I'm gonna try to do that this year, yes, but just to have it posted on the website, because I've had so many emails and calls and blah about, well, when are the games gonna be? I wanna sign my son up, but I don't know when the games are gonna be. Well, that way, here they are, and they will be forever, I guess. And then, home games, I was thinking if we could do like, the boys Monday, Wednesday, the girls Tuesday, Thursday, or something like that, that way you could utilize both fields. I'll be honest, we're starting to get way more teams than other towns that work like that. We had way more teams than Parker does. I mean, and they're in the same softball league as us. Well, our 3 8Us to play their 1 8U, it doesn't work. I don't know how, I mean, unless you want to drive there 3 different times or then drive here 3 different, it's just not.
What we did,
And I'm trying to space them out so everybody will get the same amount of games.
well, what
and
we
play
did
some double headers.
when we scheduled them last year, we'd have 2 of our 8, they'd play 2 games here, so they played 2 different 8U teams.
Right.
One and then the other, so
Right.
they'd get 2.
And that's what I'm trying to do, but it's just, I mean, it's not necessarily fair for them to always have to play a double header or anything, so.
And then do we play each other?
And we eventually will fill in the gaps with that, correct, to make sure the games are
Okay.
even, so. And then, this is just a idea for next year. The concession stands coach sign-up idea. Basically, I was trying to think of a way to get it to be a little easier, so I was thinking on registration, if you had the option, are you going to coach, or are you going to work in concessions, and not really give an option, because I mean, I get it, that's gonna make somebody mad, but I feel like we need to get that ironed out, and then my thoughts were like, if you're the parent that wants to pick concessions, you pick the first week in June. So one of those days in that week would be, you're gonna work concessions, that's what you're volunteering for. And if it turns out that there are 0 that week, you got really lucky. I mean, that way you can have the people to choose from versus, I can already see this is gonna be, I couldn't find a coach for about 7 teams, nobody's gonna wanna work concessions.
It's gonna be.
Well, have to do that
really competitive.
Have to sign up for the week during the registration.
Right. You can't register unless you pick your week for concessions, or you're saying I'm gonna coach. If you coach, I don't think you should run concessions. That's enough volunteering. So that was and like I said, we'll start that, whatever, May 17th week. There might only be 2 games, there might be And it might be a 10U softball game, I don't know, but you're gonna be at it.
We're gonna end up with 100 assistant coaches.
And that'll be really good. Exactly.
Slots are limited. Right up now.
Assistant coaches.
And they have no problem with that. That was just, I was trying to think of something, because otherwise now you're gonna send this out and, I mean, I get it, it's gonna just get busier and busier for people. Anyways, that was kinda all I had. Any questions on that?
I just have some questions on, the pool. So I just had some questions on the Facebook page, Nate, I don't know if you've been responding to things.
Yeah, there were a couple.
I've been really bad about doing that. I need to add you, Steve, I think you have to be my friend on Facebook first, so whether or not you wanna be my friend. And
I don't really have Facebook, how cute. Yeah.
You might
You
have
wanna take over all of ours, like what I can do with
You
you?
might have to get Facebook just so that you can, I think you have to have it, a personal account, like,
You
to
have
be
to
able
have
to
a
run
personal
it.
account to have work.
I am not the pool manager.
Yes,
There are two other fine
Okay,
ladies.
well, whoever wants to answer my question, just pool passes, there were lots of questions that I've been asked just personally, verbally too, purchasing the passes, and I'd like to move towards that we could send it out like in December, get it on Facebook, because I think a lot of people buy it for Christmas presents.
Oh,
I know
okay.
we're really late now, but
Would you, I
they
mean,
do that for Wild Wild
Yeah,
West,
yeah.
and so I think we get more people doing it for us. And then just, I know it's early, but swim lessons, people will go to the Y and other places in the spring. That's all I have, just if we have an update on any of that.
for pool passes, could we use Sports Engine for that or no?
We talked about that last year, and it's, I mean, they kind of have the transaction capabilities there, I don't know why I think because
we're
it was
gonna
the
use
first
something
year,
that-
we just didn't
yeah.
wanna overload
Square
with
had an
Denise
option
and
too.
stuff, but.
That we could use on there. I'll have to look into that again. But swimming lessons, we will use, Silent Genius or Sports Engine for that.
I don't think the transaction fees on Square, I think they're pretty competitive.
They're good,
Yeah.
yeah. We use it as much as we can.
I honestly was one, and I didn't say it to you, but I was wondering about swimming lessons. I was looking at like other camps and stuff for my kids, and I was like,
Yeah.
I wonder what swimming lessons would be.
Yep. We will, we'll figure that out.
Because we will have more options this year than last, correct?
Oh, I would hope so.
'Cause last
We
year-
do have a problem getting WSI certified staff this year.
Sounds like everybody's having problems.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
We've all,
Or by like 52
I
lifeguards.
got 2 more applications on Friday, which is good. I think I'm gonna need 1 or 2 more lifeguards, but I need at least 3 of them to take the WSI course, and I've only got 1 to sign up so far, so.
Oh, the water safety. Okay, anything else for Steve's report? Thank you, Steve. I think I don't know that we wouldn't vote on your report, but we appreciate it. No old business, moving on to new business, West Evergreen layout and playground. Nate?
Yep. I'll try and pull the layout up first.
So while you're pulling that up, it is our responsibility here to,
oh, that gorgeous thing in the back.
Somebody stole these extra.
why would you need to be plugged in?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't run on.
Well, while we're working on that.
Is that that eco?
So while we're working on that, so our responsibility here, are we recommending one of these models to the council?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's 3 quotes and schematics drawn up there for you to review. They're all fairly competitive, all within what I would call the margin of error on our budget. Thank you. Which I believe was 25,000. And this is under that well-marked area.
Can we change the colors and all?
Which ones? One of them has the Oriole colors on it.
No, it was online, I don't see it. It was neither of these vendors
two for my turn places, so wait,
My turn, what?
this one. You have this one?
Yeah, that one. What's that one called?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Sterling West?
Sterling. That was the one I didn't care for the colors, but I liked the, sorry. They were kind of dull colors.
My favorite overall was Crouch Recreation, which is, I think it shows up as Miracle
Okay.
on there.
It's a lot like what we have in, my kids call it the pink house, but
Yeah.
in, Western.
For Crouch, King recommended from, Stockwell. I had actually met with them last.
That's the miracle one.
Yeah.
That's the one we're talking about, I think. The orange one we'll talk about.
Had a very good conversation. He didn't mention the Huskers.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite. He's been doing quite a bit of work in
Which
Sioux
one's
Falls.
your favorite?
Miracle. This one, Crouch Rec.
Are there three different models?
No, they're all the same, just different.
Oh, they are.
different views.
Okay,
That's
so
my,
it's the
that
same
was my
thing.
understanding at least.
I don't think we can trust him.
As a mom, I like this one because it doesn't have monkey bars, but my kids would want the.
That's why I
monkey bars.
liked that one with the monkey bars. It's the same thing I thought it was my kids.
So there are, okay,
Is it a liability concern? Is that what you're gonna get into?
No.
Oh.
no,
The whole thing is, yes.
yes, parks are in general.
We don't have an insurance person on our board, so we're okay.
So the, all of the options are ADA accessible. There are a few things we'll have to add on. We want to get a sidewalk up to the playground. The mulch fiber that we're going to use for the playground surface is going to be ADA accessible. You can actually use a wheelchair on it, for example. There are, when you get into those mulches, you can get into trip hazards with some people with mobility issues, but we've talked a little bit about that. It should be okay.
So not just gonna use wood chips.
No, they're not.
These
They're definitely not going to use pea gravel.
Yeah, we're gonna do it right.
And these quotes include that,
What do we have at the
that
middle
surface?
Yes, it includes one of a variety of
The
surfaces.
middle
Is
field.
it the same?
At
Well,
the
I think
baseball
it's-
field,
Yeah, it's rock or whatever you call
it's
it.
wood chips.
At the middle field?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
The
remember-
border is a good rubberized border, but the.
I swear I pulled rocks out of my daughter's shoes.
Oh, there could,
Yeah, I was thinking
there's rocks in there.
But like,
better her
well,
shoes
that
than
one-
her ears. So what we'll be looking for tonight is a recommendation on which one of these to go with, as well as a yes or no on the layout that I've got pulled up on the screen.
There's two of these.
And what were we thinking for the volleyball courts? When were we gonna start doing stuff in that fairly soon?
Yeah, fairly soon. I think softball's gonna be the first thing that we're working on. We gotta get the pool stuff done.
Yep.
I think that concrete, I think we got all the quotes on that.
The softball field is the number one priority.
Yeah. So that's the one that's getting done.
Did you walk that?
Yeah, I was just waiting
Does it
for,
look about right?
I was just waiting for everybody, and I'm like,
Did you see how far we're gonna have to go?
oh, it's so bad.
I mean, it's,
The thing, so coming out of that jungle is gonna be, you're gonna have to climb out of the
no,
jungle.
it's gonna slope there and then the water's gonna run along the dugout.
It's gonna be a swale.
Oh,
But I still think we might end up with a step out of the
I
dug.
still think, yeah.
If not, great. But yeah, the elevation just changing about.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge. That field's gonna play so much better.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's gonna be the right size.
Right.
Did they mark out the perimeter for the?
It looks like it.
Okay, so do we have to take another scoop out there?
Yes, you need to get a skid loader.
Awesome.
I like this
Then we
one.
won't have.
And that's all
What I'm trying to
too.
minimize is grass seeding.
Right, yeah, you won't be, and it's like that ridge, it's still all agri-line right
Yeah,
there.
it's the lip.
Yeah. You get that lip out of there and you
Why
get.
does the description say this color is red? It says orange, silver, red.
The designer that quoted this is from West Central, and we had a very lively discussion about Lennox Oriole color.
It's gonna come red and black.
No, try it out. Try it out. So, in terms of timeline, know, softball field is first, I would imagine we'll be able to get to that this week, early on.
I thought it was
Yeah, and then, after that, we gotta get that pool deck board, which we really don't have anything to do with, we just need to get it done.
and then with the
And get the fence moved, and then we're gonna finish landscaping, we talked to Leesinger Thursday and Friday, randomly for both days, they're gonna see the shot after that, so.
Yeah, that's gonna be cute, having that little bump out in the corner of the pool.
What did we decide, it was just gonna be grass, or what was?
It's gonna be
Cement.
Yeah.
Can you pull up? West, softball court.
Yep.
So we just need to give
A recommendation on which I think.
what was the price on that? This one? Yeah. No, the other one that you had.
Yeah, they're all
that
thousand
one.
bucks. They're all like, I like this one.
That is exactly how I want in Harrisburg by my old house.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually really big, it's as big as I just
It's my one.
Color.
Different
You don't have
colors.
that slide kind of.
It's more like a fork setup.
Yeah, yeah.
This other one, this one's not bad, but this one is like a single unit. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Oh, mine now, but,
Yeah, that's,
yeah.
Maybe it's the colors too, that throw me off.
I don't like these.
good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, well, that one's like,
Right.
like a pig walk.
Red Canadian.
And then still has a surface and stuff.
It just looks like more bang.
I think so.
Okay.
People won't know where you go.
Nate, do we want to do this, we're kind of talking about shorthand instead of lines here, do we want to do this first?
Let's do layout first.
Okay.
I gotta pull that back up. Sorry. This is what we're thinking for layout. This provides, this allows us to not get rid of any of the other playground equipment that's out there. So everything that's out there now would stay.
Which is, remind me.
The Beetle.
There's
what else
the
is out there?
4 little shaky spring deal,
Yeah.
2
Okay,
crappy
yeah.
swings,
The
and
shaky stick deal.
it's a West Side Park. I mean, there's like a broken beer bottle.
As characters and heads.
Now that the fight club's got the walls poured out.
The volleyball courts, I think those are, on this, they're oversized, they're not to scale, but, I
And
think
what
what we
was
do
the
is we do
status
both on the
of
sides.
The status of the volleyball courts.
I would say.
And we have a league this
Mid-May,
summer.
it's possible,
I'd say a
That's a
late,
yes.
yeah.
it's possible,
A fall league.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
so you're saying there's
Playing volleyball.
Adult kickball causes lots of injuries, so we should probably switch to volleyball.
So like before the 4th of July?
oh, I'd be very surprised.
Oh, we should have a tournament.
Cause I just know a lot of towns usually throw like a Friday night tournament.
Well,
Usually
that
pretty
will
big.
go cruise night.
After, whatever night you wanna do it.
We got 3 nights of 4th of July this year, but
I'm taking the week off.
We can add the fourth night for volleyball.
yes. So if everybody's okay with that layout, that's what we'll plan on.
So do we need a motion or?
Nope.
Okay,
Thanks.
perfect. Looks great.
How close is that playground to the house? And I can't really tell.
Yeah, you can't tell from this, no, further, it's going further.
Look at you zoom.
Let's call it 20 feet from the property line, probably 50 feet from the actual house.
Yep.
I think they need to take this.
The house, hey, look, we got an extra playground in our backyard.
We would meet, even though it's not required, we'll meet the city's side yard setbacks for structures.
Alright. I think we have a few just hearing people talk different opinions on some of the playground consensus. Can we vote on this? Can I just ask people what they want? Alright, does anybody want the
No.
blue and green, lots of different things, okay.
Ignore the colors, we can choose different colors.
So, let's call this, the green one, option one, green and orange and brown, option one,
That's
maybe
for
that,
West.
yeah. And then the
Miracle.
Hartford West Central, option two.
Eric,
Okay, so option one, hands, raise your hand if you want option one, can we do that?
Just me.
Sorry, Chelsea, Chaz with you, but you can't vote.
Oh,
Okay, so we've got two for
Steve and I are good with it.
For Brown.
I like that.
Okay, option one. You guys don't count. Okay.
Thank you.
West Central. All right, we got three for West Central, so that's the one, but not red.
Yes.
We send it back. Okay.
We send it back.
Moving forward on colors.
Okay.
We'll have you approve the color scheme just like we did for the Orioles in the pool and for the Buttercup.
So our official vote was three, right? 3-2.
3-2, yep.
Okay.
Option,
Two, I called it two.
okay, and I wrote down 3, and then I'm like, wait, what's an option 3?
It's the Miracle.
Miracle.
Did you vote?
Yeah, you can vote.
But there's, I can't, because then there's no tiebreaker.
You can still vote.
Doesn't matter.
So if I voted with them, then what do we do?
They both come to the council and they probably call you people and see what you wanted.
Do we really need to go there?
No.
Can we add monkey bars to option 2 and then make it like that?
I will ask if we can add monkey bars.
You know,
I
is that the
I like
swing
this one, but
factor?
I would like monkey bars. If there's a way to do that, that would be great.
So I don't think that's a super expensive add-on, I wouldn't think. Sure.
There's enough slides. Can we? Can we take out like the slides? Maybe I think we could remove one of the 3 slides and do monkey bars. That has to be a fairly equivalent fee price.
But they're all different slides.
You get your speed slide, you got your speedy slide, you got your spinny slide.
We need to figure it out.
Exactly.
Contingent upon adding monkey bars.
But it's called Miracle what? Or can I just put option 2? I don't have that one.
Crowd
Miracle.
Just put here,
Oh,
just put
Miracle,
the
that's all it
Nebraska
is,
guy.
perfect.
Crowd recreation.
Got it.
Okay, so West Evergreen layout playground, moving on, appointment of incoming park board chairperson. So tonight will be my last meeting. I'll be moving to council in May. So with that, this seat will be open. And so we need nominations for chairperson. I have a nomination. I don't know if anybody else has nominations, and then we can vote on chairperson. So the nomination I have is for Tyler Christensen. Are there any other nominations?
I'll second Tyler.
Okay,
Somebody new, get him out there.
any discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. All opposed, same sign. Congratulations, Tyler. Does it go into effect immediately?
I can't. Not this, well, no, because you can't resign until tomorrow night, so.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, moving on, soccer program.
I don't have anything to add versus what I kind of talked about before.
Okay?
Wait, so you just, I just, for my notes, you just rushed it,
Yes.
and then he motioned, did somebody second?
He seconded.
I
We just
second
went
her
straight
motion.
to it.
Got it, okay, now in motion, got
Can
it.
I motion though? Okay. Now it's my last meeting, I figured out how to, what to do.
Not the rules change entirely, by the way.
Great. Okay, nothing for soccer, correct? So moving on to baseball.
I honestly, for all of them, I don't really have much more to add.
Nothing.
Baseball's just
Should we
right on.
update the agenda
Yeah.
since all of this is?
It's all covered in the report.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can just,
Okay,
I'm efficient.
Unless there's an issue, then you would.
Yes. So what somebody
So
wants.
leave them and then just put like see report?
Well, like if something.
I think what I'm going to do is in the future agendas, what I'll try and do is just have, all the programs be covered in the recreation report.
Okay.
Manager's report. We want to list all as individual new business items.
So for this agenda, can I just put see report?
Yes.
Does anybody else, when does this, we vote on this?
Never.
Oh, it's a light term.
Well, I'm not
Oh,
a.
are you being secretary?
I thought you would have recommended somebody
You gotta
else
go
by
to city
now.
council.
I think
it
the
sounds
last
like.
secretary was in her position for like 6 years.
Yeah.
So,
Was it, man? Where is it? I think it's September. September. We think.
Unless you fire me sooner?
I don't have that authority.
No.
Mayor does. I mean, you can ask
unless
her.
you guys can request to be fired. Okay, hearing nothing for soccer, baseball, softball, or t-ball, we removed item G. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. All opposed say sign. Meeting is adjourned.
We're out.
Steve said he thinks Molly would be.
That is not what I mean.